What is going on, guys? Vertical Atrocity here with a commentary. Something I haven't done in a while, something I haven't been consistent with. And it's a topic that I'm not really comfortable talking about in the way that it's very personal to me because it affects me almost every single day, and it's probably the number one reason why I am not consistent with YouTube videos and why my streams are very inconsistent as far as engagement with just as far as providing some form of entertainment, some kind of interactability, and talking with in some kind of commentary, some way of just in communication. Like I just when I stream, I don't talk much, and when I go to do a video, I don't. I think about it, and then I don't, and it's because of this anxiety I get, and sometimes it's not so bad. Sometimes I'm able to brush it off and have a good time. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's affecting me a little bit to where it kind of comes and it goes away, so I'm fine. And then other times like today, and even other times where it's even worse, it causes me to just not function, to where it becomes my sole focus. And by that, I'll kind of explain it in a minute what I mean by that. So I kind of want to back it up to where I believe this had started, for me, like when it started to affect me today, like recently. A couple days ago, I had asked on Twitter, like, I'm thinking about going back to YouTube videos because I'm back in the COD again. I was kind of away, I went back into it. The recent release of Black Ops 3, and the community's always been like the Call of Duty community is my favorite community for gaming, and the people, you guys are awesome, hands down. So I wanted to get back into videos, and what had happened was I was thinking about doing a custom class like challenge video. Come up with something stupid, run with it, and for a class setup in Black Ops 3. And I was thinking to myself, okay, what are the rules I'm going to do? Fast forward a couple days to today, this morning, where I'm watching a couple other people's videos and getting some ideas on how they do their commentaries, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I got a cool rule set and whatnot, and then I get a text from Katie, saying that I'm going to dinner with her and her parents to celebrate her father's birthday, which to dinner tonight, going out to do that right at 6, and I was currently at work, getting some overtime in. And I was thinking to myself, well, there goes all my plans, everything I just thought about doing and wanted to do. And the thing with my anxiety is I have a fear of Katie listening to me whenever I talk, especially when I stream or do videos. Like, it takes a very long time for me to start talking. And if she's in the apartment at all, I can't do this. That's why I'm doing this commentary in the first. That's why I'm able to do this in the first place. And I don't know, it's gotten a little better, but not much. Like it takes playing with other people or having people in the chat talk to me to talk to them to start talking. Like I can't be the one to take the first initiative to start talking in the stream, especially when she's around. It's just I shut down. It's that anxiety, that fear of judgments, of and it eats me up. So when the change of plans was told to me, I immediately started panicking. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. There goes all the hopes of doing this video. I don't know what to do. Why are we going? Why am I going? And I wasn't, initially I was told, and the thing that would set it off in a way, it kind of triggered triggered, I hate using that word, but what triggered that event of anxiety was the day or so before I was told she was going to go out to dinner with her parents for her father's birthday, and I said, okay, you have fun with, that's fine. And then today, the day of it, I get told I'm invited, which is, it's not a bad thing that I got invited. It's not the fact that I was being invited that I was upset about. It was the fact that I wasn't able to do what I had set out to do that kind of upset me, to where I wanted to get back into this so badly. And then something else something comes up again, and it's out of my control. Almost, it feels like it's out of my control, and that's where the anxiety started to set in. And what had happened is for the next 6 hours, of the day, when anxiety sets in, it does its damnedest to become the only thing you think about. And when it becomes the only thing you think about, it starts to consume you. It starts to affect everything you're doing, everything you think about, every decision you make, every action, everything you do. You start to question it. You start to overthink everything, and it's a really hard feeling to describe. It feels like someone is just emotionally, because it's not physically. You don't really feel it. You feel it physically, but it feels like it's coming from inside. Someone's just pushing down on you. Just this constant like weight. This huge like sack. Like this huge, big, gigantic sack that's just filled with whatever stuff. It's just all these problems, all these emotions just starts bearing down on you, and it prevents you from functioning properly. And it prevented me from functioning properly. It became so bad that I honestly didn't do too much work afterwards, and it affected my productivity. It affected my thinking, and it's such a hard feeling to describe, but it's not a fun one. I can tell you that right now. It is not a fun one. All these bad, it turns into depression if you let anxiety control you long enough, because an anxiety attack, it's more like an event, like it happens, where depression is kind of long term, and that's what was happening. It was turning into I was in a depressed state for the next 6 hours, and like I said, it's happened before in different degrees, of seriousness, I guess is the way to describe it. And I don't know. It's just I had a script. Like I didn't have a script, but I just left notes taken down about how I was going to go about this, and I've already kind of dove off topic from that as much as I wanted to stay on topic, and I had this set way of talking about it. And so when it got to the point to where 6 hours later, I was finally deciding I can't go because I wanted to do these plans. And this is why. I couldn't communicate that. It took me 6 hours to send a text back to her. A text. I couldn't even say it. I couldn't even call her. When I went home for lunch, I couldn't say it to her while she was home, off of work. And I couldn't say it to her then. I had to text her 6 hours later that I wasn't going to go because I had other plans, and this was last minute. So after I had sent the text, I had realized that my mind was so set on anxiety and like questioning why it was affecting me and letting it affect me, that I decided to do this as a commentary, to talk about it something. Because I know a lot of people are out there. I know I'm not the only one who suffers from this. I know I'm not the only one who suffers from depression and anxiety. And I also see people out there in my predicament who have improved or haven't, or kind of are still stuck in the same rut that they are from when they started. And it's even prevented me from doing this video properly. I had right when it came up, okay, that's the topic I'm talking about. Perfect. I'm going to go out and I'm going to write down these notes. I'm going to timestamp everything. I'm going to write down the sequence of events that happened, describe it perfectly. And now it's just, I don't know. It's not even, I can't talk coherently right now. I can't convey it. I've already let this video go on longer than I originally planned. And the notes, the little like quote unquote script that I had put down for this, I sat down ready to do this, and my mind went blank. The anxiety of that was already setting it. It was already, I had a writer's block from it immediately. I couldn't do anything. And I have this whole list that my mind's drawn a blank, and that's what has kept me from doing commentaries. It has kept me from being able to talk and have the confidence to do these videos while other people may or may not be hearing me, and it's affected just everything that I do. And it's not just with this either, it's with everything in life. You know, at work, it happens to me all the time. All the time it happens at work, to where I get an anxiety attack and I just can't talk or do anything. I let it just pass. I don't know how to cope with it. And this isn't a plea of help. I'm trying to wrap things up here in this video, but it's not a plea for help. It's more of me just wanting to get off my chest and explain just something that happens to me, not every once in a while, but practically once a week now. And I'm just looking for some advice as well. Not only just, I want to get off my chest, but I'm looking for if you guys can offer any kind of advice as to what you guys do to cope with it. Or what do you do to how do you fight your battle with anxiety? Because I just let it take over until it passes. That's just what I've been doing. I haven't found a way to fight it, to stop it, to stem it, to nip it in the bud when it starts. Because I know it starts, and then the fear of it starting sets in, and then it starts and it actually happens, and then the fear of it happening sets in, and the fear of the aftermath happens, and then the aftermath happens. So it's this never-ending vicious cycle with it, and I just want to know what you guys do for it. And if you wouldn't mind leaving a comment down below about if you guys wouldn't mind what you guys do to cope with it, because it would mean a lot to me, and it would mean a lot to anyone else who watches these videos, to come together and help each other with that. It's not something that I am very open about, but I would appreciate. And I do thank you guys for watching this video, listening to it. Stay tuned for some more videos in the future, and I really do hope to come back into YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Vertical Atrocity, and I'll catch you later.